Magia de un amuleto. No creo en la magia, creo en las personas. Para reparar la estación de radio. 90%, capitán. Y si quieren conexión a internet, cuando estemos en alta mar, que me imagino. Nada, ¿te queda claro? Vacío.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to share this very new lesbian couple that I just recently came across with, and I was like, yes, I have to do a review on it because let me tell you, I am definitely enjoying the chemistry that the two are building so far of the episodes that I have seen. But before we get into further details and actually speak about the relationship that is developing on season 1 of Punto Nemo between Monica and Zoe, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your opinion down below in the comments if you have watched the show and what is your personal opinion on it. Because like I always say, your opinion does matter and feedback is very important. So let's get right into further details and not waste any more time. Yeah, so like I said, the show is called Punto Nemo. It basically follows members of an oceanographic expedition made out of scientists and Spanish Navy, embarkers who actually embark on a ship to investigate and raise global awareness about the problems posed by the plastic island located in the South Pacific. A violent storm basically swept the expedition members to an island at the furthest reaches, part of the planet. This place is mysterious and will test all their skills and knowledge to survive and try to escape from the furthest point on Earth, in this case, Point Nemo. Yes, very interesting plot, and I definitely have to say there are 6 members, so everybody has their own duties, everybody has their own storyline, and I will be getting into the storyline of Zoe and Monica as well, and what are their papers and how they basically come together. So basically, they end up being trapped on an island, and now they are trying to survive and to escape and to see how can they also stay away from the people who are after them. Then we have in this case Zoe. So basically Zoe is a famous influencer. She's actually Portuguese. So she actually ends up embarking on this journey while she, makes videos of everything. She podcasts things live. She goes live. She does stories. She does commentary and all of that. So she basically is like, the influencer who is, going on this expedition to showcase, on why she's on this mission. On the other hand, we have Monica. Who is Monica? Monica is actually a member part of the Spanish Navy, and she's also an engineer, and she's a very important piece to this whole, Spanish Navy, because she basically has her own role in keeping stuff together and making sure everything works correctly when it comes to mechanic areas, radio, and all of that. So how does the two come together? They basically come together when they meet, at the first day of presentation, where they were introducing one another and explaining what is going to happen on this journey that they're going to go on. So at the beginning, you can already see that there wasn't like a friendly vibe between them. It was more like, hey, you are here to record what we are doing and I work here. So it wasn't like a friendly meetup. It wasn't like an immediate connection. It was more like professional. So you stay over there, I stay over here. We don't have that type of friendly, friendship vibe going on. And later on, as the season progresses, you can actually see that the two start to get together, and you can basically see that, in this case, Zoe was the person who made the move on Monica. She was very like, I like this girl, I like her mysterious. I like that she's so mean, but she's also so sweet. Maybe she's covering something up. What is going on with her? So she was the one, basically, Zoe, who was starting to get closer and closer to Monica. Obviously, Monica, I don't know why, but she always like put a boundary between them, basically just telling Zoe like, hey, me and you, we are not anything, we will never be anything. Because, in this case, Monica basically went on social media and liked a photo of Zoe, and obviously they called her attention. If you say you don't like me, you have no interest in me, like why are you liking my things, So that kind of was the beginning of something that we all knew that was going to happen eventually. At the beginning, you don't see them a lot together, at the first episodes, like they get a couple of minutes, but as the season progresses, they start to get closer and closer and closer, and I feel like that's the thing that matters the most. So there actually came a point there, yes, where, in this case, you can see that Monica, she went on a mission to get something very important that they needed for our radio to work so that they can start to get maybe some contact, signals so that they can be rescued. And obviously, Zoe gave her this very special necklace that her mom gave her to give her luck and to protect her. And Zoe was like, also, I know you're going on this dangerous mission, but I want you to bring this necklace back with me. For, I want you to bring this necklace back, basically saying, I want you to come back. And obviously, she went on the mission. It was very dangerous, very, very, very dangerous. And when she came back, there's where Monica, in this case, and Zoe finally had a moment together where they were sitting, like, you can see that Monica, she was doing her job, just finding a radio signal. And this when Zoe came in and was like, hey, I bought something for you to drink, and just went to keep her company. They had a very vulnerable conversation where Zoe opened herself to Monica, in this case, was Monica opened herself to Zoe, and you can just see that from that moment on, things between them just clicked. And obviously, that's where they took it from 0 to 100 real quick, and they actually end up sharing a very beautiful moment, a very intense kiss between the two, which led a lot of viewers were like, finally it happened, because I felt like this one would be a disappointment, but so far it isn't. So far I have to say it is worth the watch. Obviously, I haven't finished watching this season yet. I'm currently on episode 4, so I still have, a couple of episodes left to watch. And so far, of what I can see, is that the two are, basically spicing up. So we will have to see what is going to happen in the further episodes that I still have to watch, but I will definitely say that Zoe and Monica's relationship is heating up very, very, very well. Hopefully they get a little bit more camera time. I feel like we only get 2-3 minutes of them each episodes. I would like to see a little bit more, maybe 6-5 minutes. They will also be really, really nice. But so far so good. I only have good things to say. Despite their relationship sidewise, there's also other good things going on in the series. The plot, the actress, the acting, everything, the quality of the series, everything is really, really good. And yes, it is a Spanish series. So if you don't speak Spanish, I would highly recommend you watch it with, subtitles. And it's also Portuguese. So yes, it's a mixture of both. So yes, it's actually available to watch on Prime Video, and it has one season available. Highly recommend it. Once again, it's called Punto Nemo. Punto Nemo, yes. And the relationship that happened between the two ladies is actually between Zoe and Monica. Like I said, so far so good. Hopefully, they can keep this chemistry going and see a little bit more intensity. Because at the beginning, you can see, like I said in the beginning of the video, they weren't like enemies. They just didn't vibe with one another until that crucial moment where in this case Monica liked a photo of Zoe on Instagram, and that gave Zoe like the move that, okay, that was for her like the green sign, like it is the sign that she needed to have in order to make a move on Monica. And obviously Monica was like, it's just a like, you don't have to like, don't think it's something out of the world. It's just a like. But obviously for Zoe it wasn't just a like, because she already was attracted to Monica. So for Monica to like her picture was for like her like the ghost sign. And yes, and later on I guess she was right, because it was the ghost sign. It was just a matter of Monica figuring out when was the right moment for her to let Zoe come into her life. And it is exactly what happened. So far so good. So yes, guys, that's basically it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until the next video, and goodbye.